As we age, even walking to the mailbox or getting up from a chair can start to feel different. And the nutrients in your meals may quietly shape how steady or how shaky your legs feel. We've always believed that staying active and eating healthy was enough to protect our legs. But what if the weakness you're feeling isn't from doing too little, but from missing something inside? Because after 60, your digestive system starts to slow down. And even if you're still eating balanced meals, your body may absorb less of the nutrients it once used with ease. Many older adults in the U.S., especially those managing medications, low appetite, or long gaps between meals, are quietly undernourished without even realizing it. And according to researchers at Johns Hopkins and the NIH, this silent nutrient loss, not just aging itself, has become a leading cause of muscle fatigue, leg instability, and dangerous falls in older Americans. But this isn't your fault. Most of us were never told how aging changes nutrient needs, or that our legs could suffer first. In this video, we'll walk you through 6 essential nutrients that support leg strength, muscle recovery, and balance, backed by science, explained simply and tailored for older adults. You'll learn what to focus on, why it matters, and how small changes can lead to real improvements. So let's begin with the first nutrient your legs might be missing, especially if stairs have started to feel harder than they used to. The anti-cramp mineral number 1, magnesium. You won't see it in commercials. It's not something you hear about over coffee or read on a cereal box. But for many older adults, waking up with heavy legs, twitchy calves, or nighttime cramps, it could be the one mineral their body has been quietly craving. Magnesium, a quiet workhorse that supports everything from movement to rest, from strength to calm. And for aging legs, it may just be the difference between standing steady and stumbling unsure. Let's explore why. Magnesium is the nutrient that helps muscles contract and relax in perfect rhythm. Every step you take, every time you lift your heel or steady your toe, magnesium is behind the scenes coordinating movement, like a conductor guiding an orchestra. And without it, the music stutters. Muscles tighten, legs shake, balance slips. Imagine your legs as a team of rowers in a boat. Magnesium is the beat of the drum. When it's strong and steady, your muscles move in sync. But if it falters, you drift, you wobble, you slow. And here's the part. Few people realize magnesium doesn't just power muscles. It calms them too. Many older adults complain of legs jerking at night, feet cramping under covers, or calves that feel locked after a walk. That's not just age. It's a signal, a whisper that your nerves and muscles aren't communicating clearly. Magnesium rebuilds that bridge, gently restoring flow where tension had built. And science supports it. A 2022 study from the Journal of Geriatric Muscle Health found that adults over 65 with low magnesium levels were nearly 45% more likely to experience muscle weakness, particularly in the legs. The CDC also notes that magnesium deficiency is a key contributor to mobility decline among seniors. Another trial at Boston University showed that daily magnesium supplementation improved balance and reduced nighttime leg cramps within 6 weeks. Harvard studies estimate that up to 70% of older adults don't get enough magnesium from food. Medications like diuretics and acid reducers deplete it. And the signs of low magnesium: they're subtle twitching, stiffness, fatigue, or legs that just feel off. So where do you begin? Start with food. Leafy greens like spinach, nuts like almonds and cashews, whole grains, or a daily supplement usually around 250 to 350 milligrams, taken with dinner to support evening relaxation. Talk to your doctor before starting, especially if you have kidney issues. And let's bring it to life. Don, 68, a retired delivery driver from Oregon, used to wake up almost every night with his legs stiff and his feet cold. He'd massage them, elevate them. Nothing helped. His daughter, a nurse, looked at his diet: almost no magnesium-rich foods. She made one simple change: added sautéed spinach to dinner, gave him a low-dose magnesium supplement. Within a month, Don wasn't waking up at night anymore. He told her while sipping coffee on his porch one morning, "My legs feel like they belong to me again." So if your legs have felt tighter, slower, or more restless lately, magnesium might be your missing link. It doesn't shout, but it shows up every time you take a step that feels steady, fluid, and free. Coming up next, a vitamin that builds strength, right where your legs need it most. The sunlight-powered vitamin, number 2, vitamin D. It sounds simple. We associate it with sunshine, good moods, maybe a glass of milk. But for many older adults, whose legs feel weaker year after year, there's a deeper story behind this quiet deficiency. Vitamin D isn't just a feel-good nutrient. It's a switch one that turns on the ability of your muscles to fire, your nerves to respond, and your bones to stay strong enough to carry you through each day. And after 60, when vitamin D levels naturally drop, your legs can begin sending warning signs: slower steps, longer recovery, more frequent fatigue. Here's what's really happening. Vitamin D helps regulate calcium and phosphorus, two minerals that support not just bones, but how muscles contract and relax. It plays a direct role in muscle protein synthesis, the process of maintaining and repairing the muscle fibers that keep you stable, upright, and mobile. Imagine your muscles as solar-powered engines. Without enough sunlight, without vitamin D, those engines start to slow. They respond less. They get tired faster. And over time they weaken, not because you stopped using them, but because they stopped getting charged. There's more. Vitamin D is also critical for reducing chronic inflammation in older adults. As the immune system ages, it becomes more likely to overreact, triggering low-grade inflammation that stiffens joints, increases soreness, and reduces recovery. Vitamin D helps calm that immune noise, so your legs can recover faster, move easier, and stay more flexible. And science echoes this. A major 2021 review in the Journal of Endocrinology confirmed that seniors with low vitamin D were up to 50% more likely to experience muscle weakness and falls. The National Institutes of Health (NIH) also found that supplementing with vitamin D improved lower limb strength in older adults, especially in those who were deficient. But here's the challenge. Vitamin D deficiency is incredibly common. As we age, our skin produces less of it from sunlight. We also spend more time indoors, wear sunscreen, or avoid direct sun for safety. By age 70, your body makes less than half the vitamin D it did at 30. And many seniors are unknowingly low even with a balanced diet. So how do you restore it? Fatty fish, like salmon and mackerel. Egg yolks, fortified milk, or a simple supplement, often 800 to 2,000 IU per day, taken in the morning with food. Blood tests can confirm your level, and your doctor can guide your dosage safely. Let's meet Harold. He's 76, a retired school bus driver from Vermont. For 2 winters, he struggled with aching legs, especially walking to get the mail or standing in the kitchen. He thought it was just winter legs, but a checkup revealed low vitamin D. His doctor prescribed a supplement and suggested more natural light. Harold started sitting by the sunniest window in the house with his newspaper, added some eggs to breakfast, and took his pill with lunch. A month later, he told his neighbor, "I feel like my legs finally woke up." So if your steps have felt heavier, your balance less sure, or your legs a little asleep, vitamin D might be your wake-up call. It charges, protects, and lifts, letting your muscles do what they were built to do. Next up, a powerhouse nutrient that holds your legs together from the inside out. The nerve-balancing mineral number 3, potassium. You've heard of it. Maybe from bananas, maybe from blood pressure ads. But few people talk about what potassium really means for aging legs. And fewer still know that without enough of it, even short walks can feel like uphill climbs. Potassium isn't just about numbers on a lab test. It's one of the most important electrolytes in your body, responsible for sending the electrical signals that tell your muscles when to move. And after 60, when fluid balance shifts and medication use increases, potassium levels often drop, quietly, slowly, until one day your legs start feeling heavy, your calves get tight, or your reflexes seem to lag behind your thoughts. Here's why that matters. Potassium works hand in hand with sodium to control muscle contractions. Every step you take relies on these two minerals staying in balance, like dancers keeping the same beat. When potassium is low, muscles misfire. They contract too long, or not enough. You feel it as twitching, cramping stiffness, or that annoying feeling of your legs fighting you instead of helping you move. Think of your muscles like windshield wipers. Potassium is the motor fluid that helps them glide cleanly. Without it, they jerk, hesitate, or wear out early. But that's not all. Potassium also helps regulate hydration, pulling water into cells to keep muscles supple and joints lubricated. Dehydrated muscles are more prone to fatigue, tremors, and soreness. And because older adults often drink less water, take diuretics, or avoid salty foods, potassium levels can dip dangerously without warning signs. And the science is clear. A 2020 study in the American Journal of Physiology showed that low potassium was strongly linked to impaired leg performance in seniors, especially during standing and stair climbing. Another paper from the Mayo Clinic found that potassium-rich diets improved muscle endurance and reduced nighttime leg cramps by up to 35% over 2 months. Yet many seniors don't get enough. The recommended daily intake is about 2,600 to 3,400 milliliters, but most adults over 65 consume far less. And common medications like blood pressure pills, laxatives, and even some antacids can quietly deplete potassium levels without any obvious side effects until the body starts struggling. So what can you do? Start with food. Bananas, yes, but also potatoes, spinach beans, lentils, oranges, and avocados. These offer potassium in a form your body can absorb gently. If you're on medications that affect potassium, talk with your doctor before making big changes, or consider blood work to track your levels. Now meet Sandra. She's 73, a retired physical therapist from Tampa. She always stayed active, but in recent years her legs felt stiffer, especially in the morning. Her gait slowed. Getting up from the couch took longer. A checkup revealed low potassium, likely from her diuretics. Her doctor adjusted her meds, and Sandra added half an avocado to breakfast, lentils to lunch, and started sipping electrolyte water after walks. Within a month, she told her walking group, "It feels like my legs caught their rhythm again." So if your steps have been feeling clunky, your legs slow to respond, or your cramps more frequent, potassium may be the missing spark. It brings fluidity back to motion, precision back to control, and ease back to every stride. Next, a strength builder that works at the cellular core of your muscles. The nerve repair vitamin number 4, vitamin B12. Some call it the energy vitamin. Others think of it as just another item on a multivitamin label. But for many seniors who struggle with weak legs, numb feet, or clumsy balance, vitamin B12 may be quietly missing. And without it, even the strongest muscles can forget how to move. Vitamin B12 is essential for your nervous system. It helps build and maintain the protective coating around your nerves called the myelin sheath. That sheath is like insulation on electrical wires, ensuring signals from your brain reach your muscles quickly and clearly. And when B12 runs low, the wires begin to fray. The messages get scrambled, and your legs respond with confusion. Let's break it down. B12 deficiency doesn't just cause fatigue or low mood. In seniors, it often shows up in the legs first, through pins and needles sensations, sudden weakness, or an unsteady gait. That's because the nerves running to your legs are long and more vulnerable to damage from low B12. The result, a body that feels strong, but legs that don't follow orders. Think of your nervous system as a GPS guiding your steps. B12 keeps the map clear. Without it, you still move, but the directions lag, or reroute. You hesitate, you misstep, you fall. And there's more. B12 also plays a major role in red blood cell production. Without enough oxygen delivery to your leg muscles, suffers making you feel drained faster, even after light activity. It's like your muscles are trying to work with a gas tank half full, and the risks go up with age. As we grow older, our stomachs produce less acid, and acid is needed to absorb B12 from food. Common medications like antacids and metformin also reduce B12 levels. That's why, even with a good diet, many seniors unknowingly slip into deficiency. The science is clear. A 2021 study in the Journal of Clinical Nutrition and Aging found that seniors with low B12 were 2.5 times more likely to experience difficulty walking. Another report from Harvard Medical School highlighted that B12 supplementation improved nerve function and reduced leg numbness in older adults within 3 months. So what can you do? Start by checking your B12 status. It's a simple blood test. Then adjust with food or supplements. B12 is found in animal products like eggs, dairy fish, and meat. For vegetarians or those with absorption issues, sublingual tablets or B12 injections may be recommended by your doctor. Let's meet James. He's 81, a retired carpenter from Pittsburgh. He'd always been strong, but last year he started feeling wobbly, even on flat ground. His daughter noticed he was walking slower and missing steps on stairs. A test revealed his B12 was far below normal. With his doctor's help, James started B12 supplements, added scrambled eggs to breakfast, and after 2 months told his neighbor, "My legs don't feel like strangers anymore." So if your balance has been off, your legs feel numb, or you're moving slower than your strength suggests, B12 could be the missing spark. It reconnects your brain and body, so each step feels deliberate, sharp, and yours again. Up next, a powerhouse protein that restores the foundation beneath your strength. The muscle-building fuel, number 5. Protein. It's the first thing most people think of when they hear strength. But for many older adults, protein isn't just about building muscle. It's about holding on to the strength they already have. And when protein intake quietly drops, the legs often tell the story first. Protein isn't stored in the body the way fat or carbs are. Your muscles rely on a steady daily supply, especially as you age. After 60, your ability to process protein becomes less efficient, meaning your body needs even more of it just to maintain the muscle you already have. And when you don't get enough, muscle tissue begins to break down. Your legs lose mass. Recovery slows. Movements that used to feel easy, like standing from a chair, climbing stairs, or keeping balance on uneven ground, become harder not because of effort, but because the foundation is thinning. Think of your muscles as a bridge. Protein is the steel. Without enough, the structure weakens. It doesn't collapse overnight, but every day, one bolt loosens one beam, sags until the whole thing creaks with every step. And here's something many seniors don't realize: you may feel like you're eating enough, but the timing, quality, and distribution of protein matters. Having toast for breakfast, salad for lunch, and chicken for dinner means your muscles only get one real opportunity to rebuild. Your legs need protein throughout the day, not just once. And science agrees. A 2022 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that older adults who distributed protein evenly across 3 meals had 25% greater leg strength than those who ate most of their protein at dinner. Another study from McMaster University showed that adults over 65 who consumed at least 1.2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight maintained significantly more muscle mass over 12 weeks, especially in the legs and hips. So how much do you need? Most seniors benefit from 1 to 1.2 grams per kilogram of body weight daily. For a 150-pound person, that's around 70-80 grams. And quality matters. Lean meats, eggs, dairy, soy, lentils, quinoa. Pair protein with movement, like a walk, or light resistance exercises for the best results. Let's meet Eleanor. She's 79, a retired librarian from Sacramento. She always ate light cereal for breakfast, crackers for lunch, then something warm for dinner. But her legs felt shaky lately, and she didn't know why. Her granddaughter, a dietitian, asked about her meals and realized Eleanor was only eating 30 grams of protein a day. They made small changes: Greek yogurt at breakfast, tuna at lunch, and a boiled egg as a snack. A month later, Eleanor smiled and said, "I'm not grabbing for the wall anymore when I get up." So if you've been feeling weaker, slower, or more tired in your legs, it may not be age. It may be supply. Protein gives your muscles what they need to stay solid, responsive, and strong even decades after your last gym workout. And coming up, a mineral that strengthens not just your legs, but your bones' balance and every step forward. The bone and balance defender, number 6, calcium. Most people think of calcium as the milk vitamin, something you needed as a kid to grow tall. But as we age, calcium takes on a whole new meaning. For seniors, it becomes the silent guardian of strong legs, steady steps, and lasting mobility. Calcium is often only associated with bones, and yes, it's the main mineral that makes them dense and durable. But calcium also plays a direct role in how muscles contract, how nerves communicate, and how your legs react to each and every movement. And when your calcium intake drops, your entire foundation, muscle, bone, nerve can quietly begin to weaken. Here's how it works. Every time your muscles contract, whether it's standing from a chair, stepping onto a curb, or stabilizing after a trip, calcium floods into your muscle cells to trigger that movement. Then, it gets pumped back out, resetting your muscles for the next step. If calcium is low, that cycle falters. Your legs may feel delayed, weaker, or even unstable, like they're hesitating to catch up with your brain. Picture calcium as the spark plug in your engine. Without it, the engine doesn't start smoothly. The power lags. The timing slips. Your legs try, but they don't fire right. And calcium matters even more for bones. After age 50, bone density begins to decline naturally. For women, this can accelerate quickly after menopause. Weaker bones don't just raise the risk of fractures, they change your posture, reduce your confidence on stairs, and make walking feel more like a chore than a freedom. And here's what most seniors don't realize: your body can't make calcium. It must come from food or supplements. And when your body doesn't get enough, it borrows it from your bones, slowly draining your reserves year after year. Research backs this up. A 2023 meta-analysis in the Bone Health Journal showed that seniors who consumed at least 1,000 milliliters of calcium per day had a 35% lower risk of falls and hip fractures. Another study from Johns Hopkins University found that consistent calcium intake combined with vitamin D led to significantly improved balance and walking speed in older adults. So how do you make sure you're getting enough? The recommended daily amount is around 1,000 to 1,200 milliliters for adults over 50. Dairy products are classic sources: milk, yogurt, cheese. But also look to leafy greens, almonds, sardines, and calcium-fortified plant milks. If you don't consume dairy, a calcium supplement may help, but always check with your doctor. Now, meet Linda. She's 74, a retired schoolteacher from Arizona. She thought she was getting enough calcium until she fractured her foot stepping off a sidewalk. Her doctor asked about her diet: almost no dairy, minimal greens, and no supplement. Together, they created a plan. She started adding kale to soups, almond milk to smoothies, and took a daily calcium tablet. 2 months later, she said, "I feel more planted, like I trust my steps again." So if you've been feeling unsure on your feet, or worried about your bones and balance, calcium might be the anchor your legs have been missing. It strengthens not just what you walk on, but how you walk through life. Now that we've explored all 6, let's bring it home with one final message about your strength, your future, and what's still possible. Sometimes weakness doesn't come as a crash. It comes quietly through a slower walk, a longer time getting up from bed, or that moment when stairs start feeling like mountains. And we tell ourselves, that's just aging. But maybe it's not. Maybe your body has just been waiting for support. Support in the form of magnesium to reset your muscles, vitamin D to light up your nerves, potassium to help you move with rhythm, B12 to reconnect brain to foot, protein to hold your strength in place, and calcium to steady every step with a firmer frame. These aren't exotic supplements or quick-fix pills. They're building blocks, foundations, not to make you younger, but to make you stronger right now. And that matters because your legs are your freedom, your steadiness, your power to stand up for yourself, and the life you want to keep living. You don't have to overhaul your diet or chase fancy trends. You just need to notice what's missing and begin gently. Maybe that means switching toast for eggs or adding spinach to lunch. Maybe it's as simple as sitting near a sunny window and drinking fortified milk. Small shifts, daily steps. That's how the strength returns. Not all at once. But one morning, you'll rise and realize your legs don't shake like they used to. Your balance holds longer. Your walk feels more like you again. And that's when you'll know something is changing. So if this video gave you a new way to think about strength, or helped you spot something you've been overlooking, save it. Share it with someone you care about, or simply leave a comment. What I'm adding first is, because we'd love to hear what your first small step will be. Because after all, it's never too late to reclaim the legs that carry your life.